This is Hammer. I am here at Spawn in the Grown Up Gamers world. And my plan today is to kind of do a tour of things that I've had a hand in. Probably not literally everything. Like I've added to some builds like this down here, but it's not super important. But when we first landed here, there was nothing. There was these paths, I guess, that the server kind of had set up. Um, but that's pretty much it. And so lots of this stuff is here and kind of built up that wasn't there before. Um, but let's go to kind of not really the first build, but conceptually the first build that I have. Um, and so if we come over here, we come into the suburbs. And this is where everybody was encouraged to kind of make a house to kind of feel a part of the community, which is awesome. I built a house, this one right here. So let's take a look at that. And it's kind of this bamboo tree house. And I'm actually quite proud of it. I think it looks really good. I got some good advice from some of the members on the server on how to like build underneath here and make it feel like it's supported. But yeah, I've got that. There's like a little creek that runs through, and how you get up there is you can either fly up there or there's this little secret entrance that takes me all the way down here, goes into this basement underneath the tree. There's some chests with a long time ago building materials that I haven't touched, and a bubble elevator that takes you up to my little treehouse with a little kitchen and kind of some setup. There's probably still some iron, in there in case I needed to do stuff like that. But yeah, this was conceptually the first build. So let's head back to the Nether, and so we'll go through the Nether, and this, I did have a little bit of a hand in here, but I didn't really design it or anything like that. This tunnel, I spent the time designing and helping to build a lot of it, but this was a group effort for lots of people. So we're going to come over to here into this little tunnel that is my tunnel, and we're going to go to the farm first, which was the original farm. There's a new farm area, we call it. But the old one is right over here. And I teamed up with somebody named Big Truss, who doesn't seem to be active on the server anymore, but we kind of set up shop right here. And in fact, this was kind of the first build. This was our villager breeder, so that we could build an iron farm, which was right here. That gave us our first iron, and then we were able to get some villager trading set up. And then we had like our chest storage over here, which kind of is set up still. But these are all just like random things that aren't super important. So yeah, but, we kind of like we did some building. I did a little bit of terraforming over here. Here's our villager curing station that we had. We had this little build in here with all these villagers and a little more villagers and a pumpkin and melon farm, which exists over here, which is great. And I still come over here from time to time to use it. These villagers are still useful. They have good trades. But you'll see that that is not the primary one anymore. So lots of this was built up and then torn down. So we're kind of, this is kind of in, not in use anymore. Oop. All right. So I'm going to take us over to my current kind of build, which is a little just over this hill, and where I wanted to build originally in my big project that I'm still working on, which is this jungle village kind of concept. And so I built this giant tree. I've built some of these tree houses with bridges that go between things. I've got this couple of nether portals. There's another villager trading station over here with a bunch of stone masons so that I can get all kinds of terracotta and everything. And this is a little chest monster for my current builds. And then over here, we've got some utility farms, like another villager breeder that was making those stonemasons for me with a curing station and all that kind of stuff. So let's go into... Actually, let's take another look at the tree from a couple of different angles. So, this tree, I'm happy with the shape of the trunk. The fullness of the leaves, I think, definitely needs work, and I'm kind of still figuring out how to do that. But yeah, I keep adding more and more leaves when the mood strikes me. And yeah, I'm mostly happy with it. I think I just need more leaves to fill that out, and a lot more drooping. I think from the leaves would be also be useful. Um, so yeah, there is a plan to make a bridge, maybe over to there, maybe over there. I don't know yet. And that's a building that's in progress. Uh, and we'll like continue to just fill out this jungle village. The idea here is to make it feel like this is a place that you would want to be and live. And yeah, I'm liking this style of build. And then if we go in here, this trunk is hollow. There's a nice little spiral staircase going all the way up. But it's just empty. And then if we go up, there's going to be another portal right over here. So yeah, let's start to talk about some of the farms that I've built here. And let's just start with the nether. So over here, this was one of the first farms that I built as well. One of the first large scale farms, and the first farm I built that's probably still in operation, which is this gold farm. Yeah, you have piglins drop down, you make some gold. It's pretty simple. Down here, underneath here, is a trading hall for the piglins, where they give me lots of resources that I like. Yeah, we've got like a wither skeleton farm over there. We've got some other markers for different nether portals. There's a witch farm way over there. But we're going to go to Camino, which is our main big farm area now. So we moved from over there, which is where the old farm is, to this place. This is quite big. So this started as Truss's mob farm, and then we kind of built this out. So I designed this floor. We built that, and then we decided, hey, it would be cool if underneath here, like, we cleared out the water. So we did that. We cleared out the water, and now we have like this little underwater thing. We'll come back to these specific things, but that's kind of the start of that. And we only had this mob farm right here, and kind of that underground space, and really all we were using it for was the mob setup. Then we built a couple of farms here. So this is a sugarcane farm, and this is a bamboo farm. Bamboo farm for all your wood needs. This for rockets, and of course the mob farm for rockets. And so we get mobs. Those creepers specifically are giving us lots of gunpowder, and other mobs will drop down here one day. Yeah, they're coming. There's one, and they're coming. After we did all of that, uh, I was kind of, I don't know, just feeling in the mood to explode some stuff. So actually, let's just go in through the the bat entrance, like the Bat Cave in the old 90s Batman movies. So we have this little entrance. Let's see if I can oh no, I couldn't do it. But yeah. And we just dug this huge hole, and we did it with TNT machines and exploded it, and that was nice and fun. And then kind of built up these nice clean walls, kept this amethyst geode exposed because that was cool looking. And you can see that we've got like all these beacons here to give us run speed and jump and health and everything. And that's kind of it. There was nothing really down here that I was specifically looking to do other than just to make a giant hole. You can see that I've done some mining down here just to kind of clear out some more space. This is a little copper farm that kind of works. I really need to do a lot more mob proofing for that to work super well. But it is a copper farm that exists. And that's kind of it for down here. So we'll go back up and we'll ignore what's happening here for a hot minute. Go through here, go through the Bat Cave again. Much easier coming out than going in. You can come back. This was a tree farm that I had built based off of a Shulkercraft design. It still works. It's still fast for certain types of trees, but it doesn't handle all types of trees, and we will talk about that. We also built this 4x iron farm. So if we come over here, there is this underwater storage system, and there's just a huge amount of iron. It's honestly a chore to keep up with. It is more than we need, but yeah, we've got, oh man, that's full too. All right, well, cool, great. So, great, all of that is there. We've got this nice little thing with ender chests. Speaking of ender chests, I also have a nice organized system where I've got all of these. Ooh, I don't need all of that in there. We'll take that out here, but got all kinds of things. Got my shinies and a whole bunch of other nice blocks to have with me all the time. And those are kind of current projects, kind of shulkers that I have there. I do have a shulker farm out in the end. Yeah, I think it's, well, no, Wodayan has one, but it's one of two that are currently working on the server, and so yeah, we do have a shulker farm, which is great. But we have plenty of shulker shells to service ourselves, and you know, I don't. Those shulkers are a pain, and so I don't really like running that farm. But anyway, so after we built that, I built this below. This was kind of I came back to the server after a pretty big break, and this was kind of the first big project that I wanted to do, was this multi-item sorter. And so this whole chest hall is sorted and organized. There are plenty of spaces to add more blocks, which is awesome. But if you come over here, like, this is all oak and spruce and birch and different types of wood in each of this, right? And how you use it is you come up here. I have it kind of hidden away so that I can come up here and you can either drop a shulker in here, which is what I typically do, or I could drop, say, these slime balls into there. And actually, let's show you the mechanism a little bit. So it's going to take this, do some item gating real quick, and then it's going to go through each of these and check to see if that slime ball is in one of these chests. And it's going to come here, which is where this spot was where the slime was at. And now the slime, oh, it already finished. But the slime went to here, and then that was our filter, and that allowed the slimes to all go into that. So it was too fast for me to catch you all up on it, but they went into here. Probably right there, actually. So yeah, we've got plenty of furnaces and slime balls and all that fun stuff. So yeah, I moved the storage that was kind of like in this central pillar. This central pillar had all of our like bones and gunpowder, all the mob drop stuff, and I moved it when I added these two other mob farms because I was told that I needed to stock the rocket shop, and I was worried about running out of gunpowder. Turns out that is not an issue because all, what is it, like 11, 12 of these, like they're almost full of gunpowder. I've got too much. And, you know, string and this, I hooked up the sugarcane farm and bones. They all come to here, and I pretty much, like, I send it here and then I manually toss it into this trash can because I'm not down with auto trash canning stuff, so I like to do that. Cool. So after this, I started to remove some of the other farms because I wanted to do this centralized blast chamber. So this is a hyper efficient Il Mango designed blast chamber. And let's go downstairs and take a look. Actually, before we go do that, let's talk about some of our other farms. So I built a few other farms in the meantime. This is a pretty giant cactus farm that has way too much cactus now. I don't know. I overbuilt it, but that, I guess I'm fine with that. And then over here is kind of a an infinite lava farm. So I just come over here and can grab a bunch of lava buckets or whatever if I need it. And it just kind of triggered. So it just snakes all these cauldrons around as these lavas drip. And you can stand in that little glass chamber and just fetch all the fetch all of that you need. This is my furnace array. It's a 64 furnace array. So you let me get upstairs real quick, which easiest way is here. Yeah. This is just a big dig that I don't have a purpose for yet. But yeah, back here is our furnace array. So if let's say I wanted 64 glass, I drop that in there, and I do that. Got a whole bunch of charcoal from the tree farm that feeds this, and what's going to happen is there's going to be, it's actually going to be 32, I think, come back here. It's coming, and now. So that'll be 32 glass. And I just push this button again to get, it always does whatever you have minus 32, and you have to push that button one more time. So you just get your last set of 32. So yeah, that's my furnace array. Smelted 64 items that quickly, and it's just a big push button operation. It's pretty awesome. Okay. Yeah, let's go talk about the blast chamber. So yeah, this blast chamber, nice and cool. So what it's doing is, as you push blocks into it, and I'll show you some of that mechanism, but it's pushing all these blocks into this central column, and then it'll drop a piece of TNT through the middle here, right? And as the TNT drops and explodes, it actually moves all of the blocks because they have lower blast resistance when they're moving. And then they all fall down through here. They come back up, and then they go into this item sorter, which I overbuilt, but hey, whatever. And so you can see that there's woods and concrete and all kinds of stuff in here. It's not sorted. I don't really want it sorted there. We can take it to the sorter upstairs if we want, or just leave them there and fill shulker boxes with it. So here's an example of a... does it have... Yeah, it has bone meal in it. So I can turn this on, and if I... Give me 1 second. Cool. So if I come in here and get, let's say, put an oak sapling in there, what's going to happen is that it's going to grow this tree, detect that the tree is grown, push these blocks. These blocks are going to go into this, which, actually, this is kind of the cool part, but it pushes these down, which goes down to here, which pushes them all the way over to here, which pushes them up, pushes them over to here, snakes it around, pushes it here, and then this pushes it down, which pushes it into our blast chamber, which then does that. This is the most complicated feed system so far, but this right here is a mud feed system. So you place dirt into here, and then it outputs mud. This right here is our concrete. So you can see that we just have a bunch of concrete going in. And that's it for now. There is kind of a mangrove farm down here, which is a special tree that has its own special requirements that we haven't hooked up to it, but we could, and it would go into this blast chamber and give us mangrove logs. So let's just plant this tree. So I turned it off, so it's not running yet, because I want to be on this side when this happens. So it detects it pushes those all down, and then those are getting pushed over to there, and you can see that this pushed these logs to here. So remember this location, because we're going to do it again. We'll do it one more time, but then from this side, and we can get to see... Oh, I didn't show you anything. I'm sorry. Let's do it one more time. So it's going to go into here, right? And that's going to grow the tree, and then this whole thing is going to push the tree over, and then it's going to push those logs down. And you can just kind of AFK here and grow trees to your heart's content, which is awesome. So, mostly self-sustaining. I mean, other than bone meal. Bone meal goes in. But the saplings are mostly self-sustaining there. Probably not for jungle, but it does grow jungle. And that's great, because that's what I really needed. The tree farm up there does not grow jungle or spruce, and now spruce is in here. So we have spruce logs here, sorry, that are being fed into the system. So remember, this was over here. Now it's all the way into here, right? So this is actually pushed into there, and this is going into the system to eventually be fed into uh, the whole blast chamber. So you need to feed about 2 stacks of logs into the blast chamber because that's what one TNT will explode about. Actually 240 items per TNT, so that's more than 2 stacks of items before it like tries to explode them. So yeah, there's that. Cool. What else? Anything else interesting? Yeah, I mean there's some small farms. I already talked about the mangrove tree farm, so we don't need to really talk about that. There's a couple of simple farms over here. This is our dripstone cave farm. This is our kind of our flower farm, so we get a bunch of flowers. Got a cornflower farm somewhere on the server. Got slime farm somewhere on the server. But yeah, this is kind of it. Yeah, we've got our green dye. And up here, this is a moss farm. I'm actually quite proud of this. So this is a Exuma Void design, but I modified it, and that's what I'm quite proud of. So I modified this line because what was happening is it was wasting bone meal. So it's a self-sustaining system, no bone meal input needed, but it was wasting some of it here. And so I changed the timing on this to allow it to optimize bone meal and output things more than twice as fast, which was awesome. And there's a little sorter system over here, and that gives us lots of moss blocks. And then this is a potion brewing station, so it brews. That was bad, but this is healing. That's weakness, and this is a cobblestone farm. Pretty simple. I think this is an old mango design. And oh, I haven't talked about our new trading hall, but this goes into that giant dig that I told you I don't know what to do with yet, which is true. But let's go to our trading hall, the final spot. Trading hall over here. We've got lots of villagers, lots of librarians, some things for armor and tools and weapons. This was built mostly by Trust, but then I built the I built the system that cures the villagers back here. So if you come back here, you got some villagers just hanging out there. And you come over here and you could try to get them locked into a particular build style if you needed it. Like a particular book or whatever if you needed that there. And then this zombie would do that, and then you would cure them and then send them off. And there's been some mistakes. But yeah, this is our zombie curing area. And then yeah, like this just this has a whole bunch of stuff that we what is that? Fortune 3. Why aren't you in there? Oh, why not? Alright, whatever. So yeah, that's kind of the build. And then yeah, I have a couple of other builds on some of our event areas. I've submitted some builds for some events. But yeah, this is kind of what I'm working on. And yeah. Oh, I should show you the North Tunnel. This is kind of like my I don't know, my project when I'm not feeling particularly inspired to build. I'm inspired to build, but I don't know what to build yet. So I just continue on this road. It goes from the shopping district all the way to here. So it goes underneath this mountain, kind of through there, and then has this path, and then I at one point built the path. So that's the shopping district. Oh, I didn't show the shopping district. Oh, yeah. So this is kind of the server economy, and I own 3 shops technically. Um, this was originally Trust's shop, and then I took it over and built rockets. Um, and people pay for those rockets. This is also my bookshop. Um, so I built this one, and we have different books here. People come in, pay for them. There is, hey, got a diamond for that. All right, so there's shulker boxes up there, and then, yeah, this. Um, yeah, I guess there's always money in the banana stand. I did the. There's always money in the rocket stand. It's a joke for me and maybe for you if you watch this. So there we go. And then this is my third shop. It's Walmart. It sells walls. No one's spent any diamonds here. But it's it is what it is. So it's a joke, and I'm fine with it. So yeah, yep, cool, great, yep, just just a expensive joke. So yeah, that's the shopping district, and yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Kind of a tour of lots of builds that I've done. Pretty proud of like this being kind of my first vanilla Minecraft experience, and doing any kind of real builds. I'm learning a lot, and so this is I'm feeling like I'm getting better at it. If you made it this far, really thanks for watching.